Hi, this is Mr. Kays, and this is 25.2b. 25.2b. And we're talking about the Industrial Revolution. We saw the rise of the cities, urbanization, some good things and a lot of bad things, what the living conditions were and what the working conditions are. Today we're going to continue by looking at class tensions. As divisions between rich and poor grew, class tensions grew. As divisions between rich and poor grew, so did class tensions. They grew also. Not everybody in the cities lived miserably. Not everybody or everyone in the cities lived miserably. You have the growth of a middle class. And these are skilled workers and businessmen. Skilled workers and businessmen. These wealthy people made up a growing middle class. During the years 1800 to 1850, a span of about 50 years, however, poor workers saw little improvement in their own living and working conditions. Poor workers saw little improvement in their own living and working conditions. So the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, it seems. There are some positive aspects to the Industrial Revolution. Number one, it created jobs. It created jobs. And it contributed to wealth of the nation. It contributed to the wealth of the nation. You have technological progress and innovation. Technological progress and innovation. You have you have the hope of improvement. The hope of improvement. And all you need to do is give people a mustard seed of hope. And that's all they need to carry on. And also an increase in production and standard of living. Increase in production and standard of living. Benefits to individuals because of the Industrial Revolution. Benefits to individuals because of the Industrial Revolution. Number one, people had healthier diets. Healthier diets. Number two, better housing. Better housing. And number three, cheaper, mass-produced clothing. Cheaper, mass-produced clothing. Long-term effect that was positive of the Industrial Revolution is now most folks can afford consumer goods. Most folks can now afford consumer goods because they were fairly cheap. Living and working conditions improve. Living and working conditions improve. Wah, wah, wah. However, there are some negative effects. Number one, there's the overuse of natural resources. The overuse of natural resources. Coal, timber, water come to mind. Also, there was an abuse of environment. The abuse of the environment. And you can put in parentheses pollution. Pollution. To give you an idea, we will look at the mills of Manchester. Manchester is quite far north of London. It's in the north central area of England, and it becomes a textile place. Working conditions were generally poor. Working conditions were generally poor. Until the first Factory Act was passed, the government took little control over child labor. They took little control over child labor in Manchester and other factory cities. They took little control over child labor in Manchester and other factory cities. It's not until 1819 that Parliament passed an act that forbade children from working in factories for long periods of time. Eventually they're going to get rid of it altogether. Well, this is Mr. Kays with 25.2b, and I'll see you know where. Yep, down the road. There I am. Bye-bye.